Hello, everyone. Let me add Christina. Hi, Christina.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good. I just wanted to drop in while I'm on my break for a few more minutes.
Nice, nice. Thank you for um coming in. I'm nervous. This is my first time running this solo thing.
You will do great.
Right, right.
I
But
will be listening
thank you. How is your
the
mommy
whole
doing?
time.
How is your mommy doing today?
She is the same.
Okay.
They've got her oxygen cranked up to 60%.
Okay.
So, but like they said, she'll get worse before she gets better.
Yeah, I know the process. We went to that with that Travis dad, and it's like crazy, right? Oh, wait,
Yeah, it
we
is
got
really
somebody
crazy.
here. We got Angie.
Late here.
I was like, these people's gonna let me alone today. I cannot handle this by myself. I need everybody. Ah,
Oh.
I was like, I cannot do this alone. Oh my
Oh
goodness! Oh my
goodness.
goodness! But
Oh, we got a
we're
lot
here.
in chat too, don't we?
Yes.
Hello, hello.
And we're
There's
missing.
everybody.
We're missing. V. I don't know.
Um,
She's MIA.
last last I saw her, she was doing a pop-up live and she freed Rob.
Oh my goodness. Hello, Paula. Paula. Hi, mommy. We got
Hello,
Paula.
Paula.
We got
There's
Amber.
Brooklyn
Brooklyn.
and Ray Ray. Hi, Ray. Michael
Yeah.
Ann.
We got
Julie.
Julie. Oh no. Oh no. I'm feeling the
Trying to
pressure of the
figure out what's
chat.
going on with my volume. Sorry.
We got Ray on the house. Hi, Ray.
Oh,
Who else?
nervous now because Ray's here. We
We
got
got
professionals in the house. We got Ray. We got Paula. Oh
right.
no.
Hi, shit devil. I'm like, I'm feeling the pressure of the chat. Everybody saying hi, and I'm so behind. I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh my
Oh
goodness.
goodness.
But yeah, I'm doing this solo today because it's girls' time, first of all. And second of all, Travis is outside running we got eight eight more days to go. And all the evening after he get out of work is for the RV. And here and there today's been crazy.
Hey, I'm gonna go out and come back in just a minute. I need to see what's going on with my sound.
Okay.
All right, that's okay.
So
Oh goodness
how was your day?
gracious.
How was your week? Well, week almost end of the week, right?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay.
I'm doing a lot better. I started collecting fluids again, and when that happens, I get short of breath and blah blah blah.
Uh-huh.
The whole 9 yards with getting old deal. But I've been laying off of the salt, sitting back, relaxing, propping my feet up, and
Okay.
I actually feel better today. I
Nice.
felt like getting out of the house. I've been out on the porch several times today.
Okay.
And then Blue Lane, hello, hello.
Hi,
But it's not
Bill
really just
Nancy.
the girls. We
Right.
we handle all kinds of talk.
It's just me getting. I'm running this out today. I feel like woo, yay.
Yeah, yeah. And we always need a guy's perspective of things, you know.
Right.
But
Oh, we got
yeah,
Christina back.
actually,
I
all
can
right,
hear now.
Christina's back. And but yeah, I actually fixed dinner tonight. Hubby called me and asked me if he wanted, if I wanted him to bring dinner home, and I'm like, nope, I've already got most of it taken care of.
Hello,
And
Red. Hi, Red.
I fixed lemon pepper chicken over
Yum.
noodles
Wow.
and mashed potatoes and corn. So
I just finished doing ceviche. My oldest daughter, she is in love with my ceviche. I didn't know she
what
was.
is ceviche?
Well, ceviche
Yeah,
is
I'm a country girl. You got to enlighten me.
okay. So I get the ceviche. I get shrimps, right? And I cut the shrimps in teeny tiny pieces. Well, I cook the whole thing first, right? For about 5 minutes. And then I get red onion, cilantro, and tomato, and I chop it off, and I put it in the bowl with lemons and limes, the juice. Oh my goodness! And you put it. I put it in a tostada, but you can have it with chips or whatever you prefer, But I do it with the tostada. It looks so pretty in the tostada. And that's it. You eat it like that. That's it. The lemons in the limes juice gonna cook a little more the shrimp, and it gives so nice taste. Oh my goodness! I have a video in my in the channel. I got a video how I make the ceviche.
Well,
And
see,
it's super easy.
I'll be honest with you. I always said, I don't like shrimp and stuff, but I've never really had shrimp,
Okay.
except when
I'm
I was
allergic.
pregnant. We went somewhere and I wanted popcorn shrimp. That's all I could think of.
We got one more
know.
person here.
We got another person.
Yes, yes,
I am
yes.
allergic to shrimp. I can't eat it.
Hi,
This is
Hi, Red.
how's it going?
good. Girls,
So
I'm
if
gonna
we
take over
can't,
from here. I'm gonna take over from Travis is out of the chat. No more Travis.
there you go. Girls
No
time. Yeah.
toys allowed,
Right.
Oh, wait a
except to
minute.
drop my
In
link.
Blue
Drop my link,
Lane.
you guys.
30 hours to
30
go.
hours
Is that
to
all?
go.
Wow, that's amazing. He gonna make it today
We can
because
do
he
that
got
tonight, right?
yeah, he goes live tonight.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can
So
do it, Bill. You can do it.
yeah, I make ceviche, and then I have to do the regular dinner. So I make the beans. Travis is doing the rice and the meat, so I can talk and he can work.
Oh,
I still have a
goodness.
couple hours of work to go, so
But you,
Oh.
what you
Well,
work on?
me and hubby was, yeah,
I
what do you
have
do
a
for work?
full-time job.
Okay,
And drop my
I
link too, Ray. Don't forget.
I work for an auto finance company. I collect car payments
okay,
so the vehicles don't get repossessed.
nice.
If they don't answer and pay, their cars can get repossessed, and then they hate me.
Okay, Red, I don't know how to drop your link. How I drop your link?
You don't need to do it. Ray will do it.
Oh, Ray would do. Okay,
Yeah,
we got
that's what your mods are for.
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, he
That's right.
dropped
Red is
Angie's.
here.
He dropped Christina's.
Yeah.
That's why you
Yeah,
have
that's what our
mods.
mods are for.
Right. I'm like, I don't know how
Probably
to do
Bill will drop it because Bill's a sweetie.
this. But for me, it's being a
There you
tourist.
go, Red.
Oh,
There you go again, Red.
What?
Stay away from my man. Stay away from my man.
Hey, that's Nancy's
Karen.
man. That's
Hi,
Nancy's man.
Karen.
I know. Oh, we
Bill-
have a blast over on his channel.
Bill said Nancy's gonna be here, but she's in the shower. We got two more. We got like what, 2 hours to be here, so she can come anytime.
We good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry, I
But
have
yeah,
to watch
one
the
thing
clock.
that I do want to do, at some of these meetups. So like, Yanai, you're going to be at Mayberry now, right?
Yeah.
So maybe you can teach me how to make those.
Oh,
Or if you make them, I could try it to see if I like it.
Yeah.
I want to learn something other than what I call Southern cooking,
Okay.
mashed potatoes, beans, cornbread, fried green tomatoes, which is all good. But
Yeah.
sometimes you want a little different.
Hi, Paula.
You
You
know.
back? I'm being
Welcome
learning.
back.
Hello, Paula.
I'm be
Hey,
learning
Paula.
myself. I'm be learning myself too because I just cook my Puerto Rican style food. Rice, beans, and meat and whatever I got in there. So I've been trying to do more stuff and get out of my comfort zone. I have a lot to learn. Especially when I start my relationship with Travis, and I was like, I don't know how to cook their food. I don't know nothing about their food. and he was like, don't be afraid. Let's do this.
Hi, Stepna.
Hi, Shepna.
Hey,
It's a
Shanna.
learning
Well,
process.
see, that's what I hate to admit it,
Mhm.
that I am. Oh my gosh. Okay, maybe I do hate to admit it. But anyway, in August, I will be 55 years old. Okay.
Good.
And I am just now learning to
October, I'll be
use different
55 years old.
spices.
You look amazing.
We both do, don't we?
But I'm just
Right.
now learning spices,
Okay.
And my husband tells me I'm going crazy with our spice rack.
Okay.
But, it's like I actually got the bay leaves. I've got cilantro. I've got, all these different spices. And I'm like, okay, I've got, see, what was some of the other ones I got in there for? Yeah, I got cumin. And I mean, some that I put back for special, dishes. But my main go-to is the parsley and the cilantro and, and all this stuff.
Okay.
My goal is to get where I start doing fresh herbs,
Okay.
and stuff like that. I want to learn to cook different.
So I
So-
use a lot. Again, it's Puerto Rican style. I use a lot adobo, sazon, which is like kind of orange, so it gives you that orangey and say flavor to my beans or my meat. And I got salt and all seasoning. I like the all seasoning, which is I get one is green. It got all the herbs inside. I love it.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm wanting to learn to do. Because for one, I've got to get away from a lot of salt,
Okay.
So I'm
I
learning
need to
that
do
I
that
can
too.
substitute salt with actually other seasonings to give my meat and stuff some flavor, give my dinner flavor,
Okay.
instead of just everything being salt flavored, And I mean, that's like I told my husband, actually one day, I took our mashed potatoes and I thought, well, I fixed mashed potatoes and I put me some in a plate. And I actually added the lemon pepper chicken or the lemon pepper seasoning
Mm,
to my mashed potatoes and mixed it up. I loved it.
nice.
And I'm like, here,
I do that
try
all the
this. And he's
time.
like, this is actually good.
Garlic and lemon pepper.
So see, that's what I'm going to start doing. See, and I have garlic salt, but I put it away and brought out the garlic powder
Mhm.
because, of course, trying to get away from the salt,
I was trying to do my little garden over here, but I'm terrible with that. I tried to have tomatoes and pepper, and then a storm coming, and here goes my peppers and
Oh.
my tomatoes.
I'm not good with the gardening either. I love to, though. I love plants and stuff, but I usually kill them.
Oh, okay. Hi,
Yeah.
water girl. Hi, water girl.
Hello, Jennifer.
Yeah.
You know who got a really good hand for that? Travis. Whatever
Oh, for the garden.
whatever he put in the pot, whatever he's like, take off. We got orchids. I love orchids, and we got the orchids
Me
in
too.
the bathroom. My bathroom had a little window, and it came. I think it's because the orchids need light, and with the steam from everybody showering, it gets, oh my god, get amazing over there. We have to get some, at least one for the RV, but yeah,
Now,
I
see,
don't
I
have.
love growing things. I actually, up until I had my heart attack, I did a big garden across the road on my uncle's property because our property doesn't have enough, I didn't want to use my yard.
Mhm.
And I mean, I'm talking like 12 to 18 tomato plants,
Wow.
12 bell peppers, 12 sweet banana peppers, 12 hot banana peppers. And I put my sweet bananas and my hot bananas together, like side by side,
Hmm.
and they would cross pollinate to where it was like a mild. It wasn't
Wow.
real strong. And then I'd have like one or two plants of jalapenos. I think between what the deer ate and everything, and I had to replant, I put out 23 or 32, I can't remember now what it was, heads of cabbage.
Nice.
Didn't get the first head of cabbage. A stupid deer got every one of them. I mean,
Nice.
corn, I did it all, But after I had the heart attack, I'm like, I can't do all this, because I would plant for me, my mom, my grandmother, my aunts, made sure my brother had food. And anybody that would want it, I would take it to my neighbors because I know,
Mhm.
And so, but I got to where I couldn't do it. So I think last year we put a couple, well, anytime I'd plant across the road, I'd still put in pots out on my deck. I would put a couple of tomato plants and a couple of pepper plants
Mhm.
and some onions in a long flower pot that I had so that I could
Yeah.
just run out on the porch and get what I needed,
Nice.
And so I'm going to have to stick with doing the gardening in my pots and stuff on the porch. But really, it's all I need.
I mean,
Yeah.
I got kids, plus I'm new into the homeschooling part, plus flowers. I'm like, that's not gonna work for me in the RV.
I had to
No.
cut out a lot of stuff when I homeschooled. I cut out a lot of stuff.
Yesterday they sent me like 5 boxes, and I still waiting, and I still waiting for two more. Today they're gonna drop two more, and Saturday they're gonna drop two more. And I already start opening everything, and I'm like, I was like, oh my goodness. Travis went out of get out of the room, and he was like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, I'm overwhelmed already. Do you see all that
Yeah,
food? Ladies, we got one more
I
person here.
understand that.
Hey, my
Hi.
break is over,
Hey,
Okay.
so I will have
Okay.
I'll have my earbuds in and I'll be listening.
Okay, mommy.
All right. Just remember,
Okay.
Christina.
Yeah.
got this.
Thanks, guys.
I forgot to bring it in here. I made a magnet that says
Nice.
you got this.
Nice.
Oh, cool. That is awesome.
I've
And
been
that's
trying.
well, I
About
go.
this morning.
I was looking for the design for the shirt, but I have been working in so many things. I got several of them already separate, and we're gonna work on that after with my adventure outside here. She said, I do containers gardening in my patio as well. Go different tomato varieties, bell peppers, uncle pepper. Travis loved the peppers, jalapeno, and bunch of herbs. He ate the peppers from the plant. He took it out of there and he started eating it. I'm like,
Mhm.
and
Some
you know,
people do that.
yeah. And I love the bell peppers. Oh my god, I put some cream cheese on. They are delicious.
My husband takes bell peppers for work. We just slice them up, and he'll take a little thing of ranch dip or ranch dressing
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
eat for lunch.
I
And
put
it's
it.
healthier
Stuff
than
that you
eating chips
grow.
all day.
It's so much better stuff you grow. So my dad, we had when I grew up in California. I was in California until I was 12, and we had peach trees and apricot trees, and there's nothing like them like right off the tree. And my dad had apricots where they lived in central, well, like they lived in Aurora Grande, which is by Pismo Beach by San Luis Obispo. And he had an apricot tree, and I can't find apricots in the store that taste like apricots off my dad's apricot tree.
Wow.
You know, and it's like the same
I
thing
tell
with
you.
the stuff out of the garden. I mean, the tomatoes and all that. It just tastes better. It's just
Dad,
better.
the year before he died, he got 2 peach trees, and he planted them, 3 or 4 feet apart, but he planted those. Well, one of them ended up dying later on, but the following year, the one still produced. And we couldn't figure out why, because they tell you they have to have 2 of them to get cross-pollinated or whatever. But anyway, they had peaches on them that were like huge. I have never seen peaches so big. And you could take it when you opened it up, when you bit into it, the juice would just run, and it was so sweet, And I thought, I've never had a peach that good.
A peach tree in the backyard, and we had an above ground pool, and I used to be able to get a peach off the tree from the pool.
Wow.
It's good.
In Puerto Rico, we used to have a mango tree. Oh my God. And my youngest one, she used to go and grab the mango from the tree, and she's like, Mommy, and still here we don't got mango trees around, but every time that I'm in the grocery that I get the mango for her, oh my God, she can eat 6 or 7 in one sit.
Wow.
See, that is one thing I love about going south for the winter, is getting some of the fresher fruit, that we don't get around here. But now, like pineapple, I had never really ate a true pineapple until I was down in Florida year before last, maybe. And we stopped and bought a pineapple, and I cut it up, and I never realized that pineapples aren't as sweet as they are when you buy them in a can. They're sweet,
Uh-huh.
but they're not as sweet natural.
No.
No.
And it is so good. So when I was home last year, I bought a pineapple here.
Mhm.
And of course, I seen on YouTube to cut the top off and take some of the flowers out until the seeds start to show, and plant it. So, or put it in some water and then plant it or whatever. But I did, okay? And I have a little light back here that I had a little grow light in. So I kept it underneath that little grow light. And it got to where it was like huge,
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, big enough to transplant. So last winter we went to Florida. Here I go with my bucket with the little the little pineapple tree in it. And I'm like, okay, where am I going to plant this?
Cool.
And so my cousin, he's been keeping an eye on it for me, So now they say when I go back down, they say to put like apple juice on it or slice up an apple, so I'll do that when I go back down.
Chef say
And
mango
see if
ice
I
cream.
can grow a pineapple tree.
Chef say mango ice cream and mango shakes, mango anything. I love it. I love mango.
But
They're good.
Yeah.
See,
But
I
Angie,
don't
when
know
you
if
had
I've
your
had
garden,
any.
were you talking about in Virginia? How do things grow in Virginia in the summer, in the, of course, in the spring and the summer?
It would do pretty good if we didn't get like how a couple of seasons it's like all rain, and that's what happened the last year I had it. In the springtime we had a lot of rain, but what I did is I went and ditched around my garden, so my garden itself was the high point, so that the water would collect around it.
Oh, that's a good
which
idea.
in the long run worked out pretty good, because it was also like a self-irrigation system,
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it was nothing to have 9-foot tall tomato plants.
Wow.
Tomatoes this big on it.
Wow.
When you were
I
in West
wonder.
Virginia, did you get wild strawberries? In West Virginia, on
Wild
the side of the mountain,
strawberries.
and blackberries on the side of the mountain.
Oh, mm-hmm.
Wild
I've got a
blackberries in
batch
Georgia.
that I'm watching now.
I found some in Indiana once, and it was like right next to the railroad tracks. Took them home. I picked a whole bunch, took them home, and washed them off and made a pie out of it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My family loved it.
that's one of the things that I want to do on the road is go into the farms, and there's some farms that you can go and pick up the fruit. Oh my God, I can't wait to do that for the first time ever.
Well, up in New Mexico, up in the mountains, in Rio Doso or somewhere, they have orchards of apples that you can go pick up bags, pick the apples yourself. And I used to do that when I was a kid. Every year, my dad would take us different places, and we would go different places, like Indian reservations had a few orchards we could pick stuff off of. I've been traveling ever
Oh,
since I was
water
a
girl,
kid.
I'm right there with you, girl.
When you were talking about fresh fruit, in Germany when I was a kid, there was a, not peaches, those little black fruit, plums.
Oh,
They had wild trees everywhere of plums. And we used to go pick them constantly and take them home.
Sorry, Bill. We're starving old Bill to death over here.
right? He's like, we're gonna do some grilled chicken. I'm like, I'm doing grilled meat. I'm doing fajitas. Mm-mm. I'm not. And
I
Travis
got a
is doing
steak to grill.
See, that's one thing Rick loves is fajitas. With the peppers and the onions and,
Uh-huh.
And so we go to the Mexican restaurant around here. That's what he gets. And I'm like, why can't I figure out how to do that myself? I could do the steak real thin and, so I just got to find the ingredients. And so I think I can do that at home.
Yeah,
But
the
I haven't
fajitas
done
are
it
super
yet.
easy. They are super easy. Just grill the meat and grill some. And it's depend. For me, it's more. I don't like the spiciness. When people put spice in the stuff, I'm not into spicy. But I do it my way, and it tastes amazing, And sometimes I do it with the tortillas. Others I don't. I just eat the meat with the veggies, and that's it for me. It's super awesome.
What kind of spices do you put on yours?
For the fajitas, I use the sazon, adobo. For the fajitas
Write this down.
sometimes I put mojo. I put mojo. It's like in the I found it here in the Hispanic session. Wait, people. The person who was MIA is here. Is here.
Oh, no.
Hey, I was gonna say, I've been thinking the whole time, where's V? Where's V? Where's V?
I was like, she's MIA.
Hello.
Oh, sorry, I'm driving, and I was like, what time is it? My husband's like, you missed the beginning. I was like,
Yeah, I didn't want to be rude, but I was like, where's V?
Right.
But
Are
I
you
was
still chasing Rob? Are you still chasing Rob?
no, I let Rob run free and fly like a butterfly. Oh, I feel so rejuvenated. I can't wait. And I'm
So,
an
I
hour
told
away
him.
from my bestie, my other bestie. So I'm like so excited. 1 hour.
Nice.
1
nice.
hour. Yay. I told him earlier I saw you and you had freed Rob. So
How did you do that? How did you manage that, V?
I don't know. I just said, Jen, can you come play? Can you just free Rob to play with Steve?
Are they
and the guys are like way up in front of him.
So they're
And
near
Steve
you.
and Rob are like, run! We have freedom. Just run. I wish I would have had
That's so
more
funny.
time, like, you know,
Funny.
life is life. It keeps on going. But I was like, well, I said, we'll do this again next month, I'm sure.
Okay, who's that one?
I don't know. Seen through. Hey.
Hello. Hello. I'm not familiar with you.
No.
Walking holiday with Christopher
Who is
Walken.
this?
I'd rather go with Christopher Walken myself. I don't like Christopher Walken is hilarious.
I don't
I like
know.
that movie.
Kind of got their sides, you know.
I do apologize, but I have a good reason because I went to see my papa's, what's it called? Tombstone Memorial. So sorry if I'm late. I had to make a big stop, so I did a detour to go see
Oh,
my papa.
honey, it is summertime. It's daylight. You're doing what you need to be doing.
Mhm.
Exploring.
Oh yeah, well, it's been 3 years I haven't gone seen his tombstone. So
So, B, we was talking about the fajitas, and I was saying, Reddy was about to write down the ingredients. So
Yes, I was.
I
You
use
need to tell me.
adobo.
Wait. I'm typing in the chat.
yeah, ready. Type
Okay.
the recipe in
How
the
do you
chat.
spell that? How do you
Okay.
spell that?
I'm gonna send it to the private one.
Okay, that'll work.
Okay.
I'll copy it
So
down.
adobo.
Adobo.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I use
Okay.
the other one that I use is sazon.
I don't know what that is.
Sazon. Sazon is a little package. You know what? I'm gonna do a video for you also. You can see all my Puerto
Yes,
Rican.
that'll be awesome.
It's like you knew what I was just gonna ask you. You're reading my brain.
So sazon is a little package like this. It comes with another herbs inside, but it give a whatever you're doing is gonna give you that orange color. It's not as spicy at all. It's not as spicy, but it gives you that orange color. I love it for the beans. I use it for my beef too. I use it for the fajitas. What else? My base is with that adobo, sazon. The one who say all purpose seasoning is the green one. It got all the herbs inside. And for the fajitas, I use mojo. Mojo, it comes in a bottle. It comes with it's like it's a liquid, and you put the liquid with the sazon, with the adobo, with salt, with black pepper. You put it in there, and you marinate the fajitas. Oh my god! If you want to add some spiciness, it is okay. That's on you. I don't like spicy food, so I don't put nothing spicy.
Well,
And that's how I do
hello,
it.
Lance.
Hey,
I
Lance.
see. He says he's driving and he can't tag right now. So,
Have the address of the campsite?
Text
Mm-hmm.
because
but yeah, hi, Lance.
I'm multitasking even on a live. I feel like I'm
So I have a question. I have somebody in the basement, but I don't know how to because I cannot do more than 6 at a time.
How many people are we right now?
3,
5,
6.
so.
5.
Oh well, yeah, 5. Okay, so I can drop in, right?
Yeah.
It's a guy, but it is okay. He might participate.
If I host this, I'm not going to allow guys.
Oh, okay.
Just saying.
Shocker.
I'm gonna let you get in.
I saw your cookie run the other day. I'm sorry that you didn't get your smiley face cookies.
I think these. Oh, there she was. She was froze up.
Yeah.
Hildy, Boomer. Lance asked, did you get the
Hello, my
cartoon picture of
sisters.
yourself that he sent you?
I haven't checked yet. I was asleep all day since I was up all night.
Want
I
to
know
see
what you're
mine?
talking about the sazon and the adobo, honey. I use it myself. I use
Okay.
Sazon and adobo myself.
Yeah,
For
I
different,
love it.
the Sazon is the small red packet, right?
Yes, yes, yes. But I'm gonna
And
do a
the
video. I
adobo's in
promise.
the big containers.
Yes, I'm gonna do a video for you all, like really quick, so you can see all those, and you can use it for anything. Meat, my beans. Well,
I've
it's just
actually used it on pork, and it's
yes.
delicious.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. My Christmas pork, I is that way with all my seasonings.
Have you ever made a pork with? I've been working on this new recipe, ladies. Maybe you girls can give me a hand with it. I always look for my other sisters and brothers who are cooks like me. I'm working on. Have you ever heard of pork with pineapple?
Yeah.
I never heard that before.
Delicious.
Well,
Well, they put
I'm
pineapple
working on
on
a pork
everything.
dish with pineapple.
Nice.
I've had that in Hawaii.
It's like
Yeah,
eating
they're
sweet
in
Hawaiian
Hawaii.
pizza. Have you ever had that? You know, like Hawaiian pizza,
Uh-huh.
My
where they
fave.
have the ham slices and the pineapple on it and the cherries.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
I'm working on a barbecue, a pineapple pork barbecue.
Oh,
I'm
You
going to try
have
to
to
make
have
it a
pineapple.
smoky, sweet dish.
Nice.
When I
Sounds
get it done, I'm
interesting.
going to put a video up about it because I just did a video today.
Nice.
all I'm gonna say is roast the pineapples on the barbecue with some paprika and some brown sugar.
Mm.
Oh,
Yes, brown sugar.
delicious.
Thank you for that
Oh.
suggestion.
Oh,
That sounds so good.
I know,
Why
isn't it?
why can't we just do like take a pork loin or something, or put it on the grill
Yeah.
and then grill some vegetables and grill your pineapple and then put your pineapple on your pork,
Yeah.
Well, what I was going to do was grind it up like a chutney.
Wait, time out.
Hey, who's the face in the middle of the screen?
Wait.
Time out. Whoa, stop all. Just found out my mom passed away when they stood her up, and they are putting in a feeding tube. Oh,
Ooh,
She passed.
ooh.
passed up. Maybe they meant passed out.
Yeah,
Oh.
she passed out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Passed out. Oh,
Wow.
Oh my God, my
How you
Christina's
doing, my
mom.
sister in the corner?
Christina's mom. Christina says she just found out that her mom passed out when they stood her up, and they're going to have to put in a feeding tube.
Okay.
Ooh.
So,
We'll pray for
her
her.
our best and our love, please.
oh yes, definitely.
We'll pray for her.
Prayers, Christina.
Yeah, that
Send
we
prayers.
went through that with Travis. That, and it's ups and downs and ups and downs, and it was
Yeah. See, that's why I've been sitting down, taking it easy, because even though I've been checking my blood pressure, I've been all this stuff, but when I get up and move very much, I get lightheaded, and like my blood pressure's dropping and stuff. So I had just been chilling like a villain the last few days. Let me tell
Well,
you.
that's good to hear that you're relaxing.
And
I
Nicole says, did you see this? Nicole says sometimes she makes stir fries with pineapples and pork.
Yeah.
Ooh,
You
that
can
is
do
good.
that.
I heard about that.
Yeah, the
That's
Orientals do that.
Ooh.
A lot of Oriental restaurants do that.
do you
Yes,
all
they do, but they dip everything, and then they chop it all
I
up
don't.
together, like
I
a
don't. I
a
just-
pork stew.
Yeah, I chop everything up, but I don't dip it in anything. I don't put no sauce on it. I just season it, and that's it.
So I have a question. Mr.
Yeah.
John, do you have an Instapot?
Not yet. I've been trying to get one.
Do you have a crock pot?
No.
Do you have
I'm a-
what's that thing? That cast iron casserole thingamajiggy?
A
No, I
Dutch
don't
oven, they
carry
call
one of
them.
those either. I happen to have the good professional cook sets from I have good frying pans.
Yeah, I've
I have
got
frying
some good
pans and
frying
good,
pans, but you can never go wrong with a good crock pot or a good roaster.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
yes,
yes.
I've been looking. I have
I'm
a
looking
roaster.
for like the cast iron
I
one.
do have a roaster. I did buy a brand new one during Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
She
Oh, I
did.
would
with the
love to have a
roasting
Dutch
rack.
oven.
What is a Dutch oven?
I like to cook in a
It's the
house.
cast iron.
That's the word I
I
was
call
looking
it-
for. Dutch oven.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
call
Dutch
it a
ovens.
cast
That's what they're
iron
called. We used to cook in
crock
those in
pot.
Scouts.
Big
Okay.
pot. It's a big
Yeah,
pot.
it's like a crock pot. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
Big
like
freaking
big
pot.
pot with a lid.
Yeah, I got one of those.
There's a trip
Got rid of all that
post.
stuff.
I love
There is
having
the
post.
And the
best.
reason why you could only do 6, honey, on
Yeah, she knows.
yeah, I know, because on
She knows I'm on the road.
StreamYard, the free StreamYard, you could go as long as your bandwidth is certain height, you can go 6, 7, 8, and 10. You must not
Okay.
have a
Yeah,
high
yeah.
enough bandwidth.
Do you want to take up and show them the mountains?
I
Let me
paid
show you
for
what I
Hello,
get
my
to see
friend
when
now
in
I
the
can have
corner.
10, but I haven't had that many up. But when I do the girl chit chat, if I host the girl
This is
chit
what I
chat, it'll
see.
just be girls. No offense, John, but just girls on the panel.
I just let him
Well,
for
I
a
don't
minute
think
so
that's
he can talk
fair.
with us.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I don't think that's fair because we're all equal.
Why is that not
It is-
fair? It's girls chit chat. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
It's
The
our
guys have
time.
theirs.
Yeah.
So.
You know what? I let you in because last week we let Robert in. So I was like, it's not fair because
Yeah.
last week we let Robert in. So I guess it is time, John, to let us talk and chit chat.
Yeah.
Hey, I hang with my sisters all the time, and I always honor my sisters. I don't disrespect.
I know.
Yeah, you
we
get some
know.
brothers that do disrespect and don't do right, and you gotta kick them out.
We know.
So,
But you know, it is girl time.
Well, then maybe you should label it then, and you should maybe have one where you have men and women on the panel.
We got it
She
called
does.
Girl Chat. Yeah, the label says chat, girl chat.
let's
Oh, I
chat,
didn't get it. I
girls.
must have misread it. I'm sorry.
It is okay. We love you. Don't worry.
See, I have a learning
Yes.
disability, and sometimes I miss sound things out.
It is okay. We love you anyway.
Yes, we do. And you did give us some good pointers on baking and
Yes,
fixing,
yes.
you know, cooking that stuff. So
We're
yeah,
gonna,
so
I'm
thank you for
working
that.
on a bread pudding. Anybody here working on bread puddings?
No.
Mm,
I'm
Yeah,
working
I
on
haven't
pizza
had that.
pancakes. That's all I'm saying.
I actually have my own recipe also for banana pudding. Anybody want my recipe? I'll give it to you.
I have
Okay.
my
You,
own.
you put it in the video, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, I will. You'll see
Okay.
it.
The bread
You'll see the
pudding,
bowl
I
and
haven't.
everything.
I haven't had bread pudding since Germany when I was a kid.
You see, I have what's called Hungarian. I'm Italian and Hungarian. And my grandmother, who was Hungarian, used to make homemade bread pudding and homemade banana puddings.
I know you're excited
And
to go.
also coleslaw.
hello, hello, slow lane living with Paula and Randy. I saw you on somebody else's chat here a while back, and I've been meaning to go over and connect with your channel, check you out.
I think I saw them in our last live stream. I believe so.
I think so. I think that's where I saw them at.
Well, John, we love you. Now it's time to the girls to back to talk, okay?
Okay, drop me.
Bye bye.
Okay, bye. I got Okay, wait. My other one is okay. Love you. Bye. Wait, let me go. Let me go to that.
Love you. Bye. Okay, bye. Love you. Bye.
I mean, it's always good to
Okay, love you.
get.
Bye.
It's always good to get a man's point of view and stuff because you never know. Like he had that great ideals with. Now I'm craving pineapples. Okay.
I like that the men come in for 10 minutes. It's like an intermission. I love this.
You know what?
Oh,
If
I
I get
said
the,
if I host it, no men on the panel. I mean, they're welcome to come in the chat. They can chat in the chat, but stay in the chat, man. This is girls chat.
Yeah, and if I feel like you've got a good input, I'll put you up or something. But maybe
Exactly.
But yeah.
Well, you
Okay,
can
slow
decide
lane.
when you host it.
Yeah, Paula and Randy. They're trying to meet more people that are going to M21. Now I know that Dream on Wheels is going. Yanai is going. Red,
I'm not
you're
going
going,
to.
right?
I'm going to Branson.
Oh, Branson.
Oh, you're going to Branson. You're
Wait.
not going to M21. Okay.
Branson.
M21. I'm going to Georgia. See my kids. See my oldest two kids.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but Branson is the second one. We're going first to Amana, and then we're going to Branson. Branson is our second meetup.
It's 60 here.
See,
I'm so
I'm
excited.
nervous because I'm not going to NN until Mayberry.
Okay.
And I have never been to a meetup.
We really.
And I'm like, what do I do? What do I bring? What to expect? What to expect from me? Do I just go camping and
Show up.
I told Travis the other night, I don't know what to do. We're gonna see all these people that I personally want to see all, you all that we were talking over here, and I want to say hi to everyone, but what I should do, we wait, we don't wait.
and I know Land Cloud, he's going to M21, right?
Yes, Land Cloud going. I think Mellow
Yeah,
Nomadic. I think Marcher from Mellow Nomadic is going too.
Yeah.
If I don't mistake. If I don't mistake, he's going to.
Well, I don't even
Yeah,
know if the
yeah.
borders are open, so I don't think it's a possibility for me. I'll be there in spirits.
They're gonna say something about the border on August something, right?
Yeah, I just told you they say that, and then they'll push it again. This is
Oh.
how just don't believe until they say it.
But I'm personally, honestly, I'm getting worried about this new COVID variant, the Delta variant. Oh my God, it's like they are like the cases are raising up. For example, here in where I live, the judge already said they're going to increase the level of it's red, green, and they already increasing here. I'm like, Travis is like, oh no, we have to go. We have to go.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Okay.
You know what, you guys, when COVID hit is when I had my plan in place and I was downsizing. I was selling all my stuff, and I was doggy sitting Blue then. My friend's dog that's here. He's right here.
Hello, Blue.
Can you see him?
Hello,
There
Red.
it is. Red and blue. So when it hit and I was selling all my stuff on Facebook Marketplace, I got depressed for a little bit, and I thought I wasn't going to be able to do it. I thought I wasn't. I'm like, now I'm not going to be able to sell my house. I'm not going to be able to do this. But I just kept going.
I find
I'm
out.
so thankful I did.
I find out that I got the anxiety, the anxiety thing. I find out when COVID started. I have a bad episode. When the COVID, when we start getting the quarantine thing, one day I told Travis, I'm like, I feel like I'm not gonna breathe. I feel like I cannot do this, and I started, I'm like, something is happening, something that I didn't know that was there, and everything started with the COVID thing, I was like,
Well,
oh
see,
no.
that's what I started to say earlier. When COVID first hit, I was down south, okay? And I had just gotten comfortable enough to go out and do things. And then all of a sudden, boom, you know, you're stuck at home. Well, my anxiety levels got to about here, you know? And then, you know, they start talking about, oh, they're shutting the state borders down and blah, blah, blah. And I am not kidding you. At least once a week, I would call each state between Florida and West Virginia to see if the borders were open, the state borders were open. So because I didn't know if I could get home.
Oh, wow.
You know?
Oh,
and
my
then
God.
it's like, okay, well, if I have to stop and get gas, you know, basically they got me believing I needed a hazmat suit, you know? And so you couldn't find hand sanitizer and stuff like that. So I literally, believe it or not, this old country girl went back to her roots. I found alcohol and I found a aloe plant.
Yep.
And I made my hand sanitizers.
Okay.
You know, and Mom had some bars. We found bars of disinfectants. I mean, not disinfectants, though. Yeah, I guess that's what you call it, you know.
Oh, I think she froze.
Yep.
Oh,
I
you see.
had already stopped doing Airbnb, thankfully.
Okay.
And I had just got the rats out of my house so I could sell it. And
Okay.
Gladys had just moved up here. We met.
Okay.
We became friends in Georgia.
Okay.
And she had moved up here, but I still had her dog. And then she was.
Am I back?
Yep.
Yes, Angie, you're back.
We were just laughing about this the other day because so when COVID hit and I had her dog, I was about to bring. Yeah, I saw that, Lance. Thank you for that information.
Yes. Lance, unfortunately, I am driving, so I can't do much things. So this is why I'm physically here and listening. Just gonna speak but I can't read the chat either.
Yeah, I'll go over there later. I'll go over there later, Lance. Okay. So anyways, so I was gonna bring Blue. We were gonna meet halfway, like in Tennessee, I think, and I was gonna bring her Blue, but then COVID hit, and it was kind of funny because like Gladys is a few years older than my oldest child.
Okay.
Actually, so she's a lot younger than me, and it was funny. She said, you know, about, you know, COVID, and she's like, well, and then we were talking about maybe her dad bringing him, and she's like, well, my dad, you know, he's old, and I was like, at first I was like, oh yeah, he is old, and then I was like, wait a second, he's saying that it's just me, you know. And so I ended up being quarantined with Blue, and I had a dog at the time who was a rescue, and I ended up rehoming her, which it wasn't really that hard, but I get kind of sad when I see a picture of her. She was so adorable. But I had Blue and Boo. I called her Boo. Her name was Bandy, but I called her Boo. I had them, and I was quarantined with them. And then we got her dad ended up taking Blue up to her in May, and then right after that, I didn't want to put my house on the market. I had to make sure that the rats were gone out of my house, which they were, and then I got Blue to Gladys because he's a pit bull, and everybody would not want to come look at that. Everybody was scared of him. So when he went up there to her, then I put the house for sale in June, and then it sold in August.
May I ask, is this Paula or Randy we're talking to in Slow Lane Living? Just so I know how to address them. But either way, I hate to hear that your cat was diagnosed with diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully you'll get her settled in. And mine are already getting to where they love to travel. And Red, when I see you at Mayberry, you can babysit. Go.
You got street cred, Red.
I can babysit my granddog.
Yes, she's a wild child.
Red can handle that, I'm sure.
My namesake is a wild child. Okay.
You know, they live up to their name, right?
Yeah.
Ocean Fire Red. I have no choice there, right? As unpredictable and strong as the ocean and fire,
Hello, Nash. Hi, Nash.
And then Red.
Hi, Nash. Hey, Nash.
Hi, Nash. Hi,
I'm
Nash.
not as crazy as everybody thinks. Come on.
Why they think
No,
that you're
it's that
crazy?
fiery, that spitfire,
What?
Red, when I think of you, I think of a fireball. It just
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what George. That's why Georgie brought me the fireball when we met at Troy's. Yeah, that was my first meet. You know what? My first meetup was Kevin and Ray in the Alabama Hills. That was the first time I boondocked too.
Wow.
And then, but like, don't watch that video because that's really makes me look bad. And nobody even asked my permission to be on there. Like, I didn't even know I was going to be on that live. I was like, huh? I'm going to sit over here on the sofa, y'all.
That was smart because you were not alone on your first boondocking experience.
No, I didn't want to be. I don't want to be alone. And then when I was in New Mexico, that was really nice state park, Story Lake State Park. Yeah. And the lake was named after my ex, you guys. I kid you not. The guy that made this man-made lake had the same name as my ex. I was like, oh, you've got to be kidding me. I thought it was just the story part. And when I went over to the place to pay again, because I kept staying more nights because it was only $8. There were other people around me boondocking, so that's why it was better. And I was like in the park, and they like closed the gate at 9 o'clock, and I don't know. I felt safe. It was really nice. It was really pretty. And but I went over to pay for another day, and I was reading about the lake, and I was like, oh my goodness, the first name is the same too. Oh my goodness, the last name spelled different. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. This is so funny.
Well, I just can say that for Mayberry, I'm gonna have margaritas, piña coladas, and ceviche. So
yay!
We're gonna go with the flow over there.
Yummy.
So I told Rick, I said, I'm gonna have to take my blender to Mayberry.
I'm taking my blender, girl. I gotta live with my blender.
He says, well, I hope that our side have electric. I'm like, well, if it don't, I'll be carrying my blender through the park going, y'all got a place I can plug this?
You know, when we go with the kids here in Texas to places, and I make sure we got electricity so I can have my piña coladas, you know.
I want to go get the stuff to make the dreamsicles. Have you had the dreamsicle ice cream? You know, the orange with the white creamy middle?
Yeah.
Ice cream.
You're making me hungry.
Yes.
I haven't had supper yet.
They have a drink that tastes just like that.
Wow. Oh, I've had that. That is good.
Oh, yes.
So what did they use for the orange? Like an orange liqueur?
I buy
it's
the
an
mix.
orange soda type thing. It's a cream. And
like an
it's
orange
like
buy
Crush.
the mix and just
like
add
Crush.
the, you know.
It's like Crush because I asked where the place I got it. Well, how did you make it?
I know where to go.
And they said it was an orange Crush and some type of cream. And it, oh God, it was so good.
So yeah, I want to get stuff to make that. And okay, and you know, get which hubby likes pina coladas. I'm not real crazy about coconut, so.
But it takes more. The pina colada tastes more like pineapples than coconut.
Ah, then I'm with you, girl.
Yeah, because the only thing that I put, well, at least the ones that I do, I put the pineapple juice. I have to
Yeah.
show. I have to get the video. I got a video for the piña coladas that I made the other day. It's one can of juice, whatever pineapple juice you like, and two cream of coconut. The two cans of cream of coconut, but it takes more like pineapple than the coconut.
There is no fat and sugar in this one at all. And just disclaimer. Disclaimer.
You know, Mayberry weekend is a fat-free weekend.
Right.
It's been declared. Nothing's fat. Everything is fat-free that weekend.
I'm with you, Angie. I'm with you.
So who's providing like the morning yoga / exercise stretches to make sure no calories didn't stay?
I don't know about yoga. I'm not into the yoga thing, but
I thought you all gonna say it was Tim with his pole.
Angie,
Type of yoga.
Angie's
Which
the one
type of
saying with
yoga?
Tim.
Okay,
Yeah,
which type of yoga do you want to do?
Tim over there. Hey, me getting up and standing straight up is good yoga for me. Okay, I made it.
There's a different kind of yoga that I just sit and just meditate.
Yeah. Now I want to do goat yoga.
No, you know the goats poop a lot. I don't like that.
I know. That'd be my luck. They climb up on your back and poop. That's gonna be a crappy day.
No, that's not gonna happen. When COVID started, the kids were
Oh, there you go. Michael Ann said it. Help us with the trapeze yoga.
Sorry, babe, but I'm like
Trapeze yoga.
Well,
I've never heard of that one.
do I have to get an extra insurance for that?
right. That sounds dangerous for us.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to see the silk. You know, they do the silk. I guess they call it silk yoga, but where they've got the big wide silk. You've seen it on Circles of LA where they do all the fancy stuff, but they do it where you can exercise with that. You know, I would hang myself though. I mean,
I don't like the hanging part. You know, that's not for me.
As long as I'm about that far off the ground, okay? Because when this fat butt falls, it don't bounce no more. Okay?
No. I haven't broken a bone, never. So I don't want to do it now. No.
Now's not the time. Now's not the time.
No.
Well, look how beautiful that
Not
is.
broke a bone? You've not broke a bone?
No.
Another accident. Yay.
Well, I don't. Would you
I was
consider
really,
mine
I guess,
breaking
kind of a
bone?
tomboy.
Or was it would you call it the joint? Because it actually snapped right here in the joint.
Okay.
My arm separated and it twisted 3 times and was about that much longer than this hand yeah. So would you call that a broken bone or a broken joint?
I don't know. But that sounds
I'm
painful.
so crazy. I can't even do that right.
That sounds painful.
Right before I was going to leave in my RV, I was so excited about my RV. I fell when I was walking in St. Louis, and I cracked a rib. That was really, really painful. And I didn't even go to the doctor for that, but that was the most painful. Then I was so excited when I got it registered here in Illinois. We came home and it was dark, and there's an uneven pavement out front here, and I had groceries in my hands, and I fell again.
Oh wow!
And I broke my kneecap.
Oh no.
So that's why I ended up leaving in November instead of October.
It's so funky.
No, I don't like that. That's not for me. No.
Dyson says, that's why I'm so screwed up. I can't smoke a broken joint.
Ay.
Oh,
No, no,
goodness.
no. I think about the broken thing, and I see the kids running, and all I can think they're gonna break a bone, and I'm gonna freak out, and I don't want to do that. But no, I haven't. And
You know what? This is crazy. And like so far, like knock on wood. Where's wood? Where's wood? None of my kids have broke a bone. I don't think any of them have broke a bone, but I have.
I was a big tomboy.
But no, my daughter did playing basketball. I think she broke her elbow.
Can I ask a question?
yeah,
What's worse, to deal with a kid has a broken bone or a kid has a broken heart?
Broken heart.
Broken heart.
And that's the thing. I was like, I don't know.
I guess
People worry about bones, but it's just sometimes it's the heart you have to worry about.
it is.
My
it is.
son is at that age, and
So
he, he gets so attached so
that's
quickly,
what my tattoo is.
and he'll get his heart broken so easily. And I try to tell him, with the broken bone, you could say, "Oh,
You
I
can
know it
heal.
hurts. Take this; it'll heal. It'll go away." But when it's the heart, and you still got to see that person every now and then, or whatever, and and all this stuff, it's like, what do you tell them?
Right.
He wears his heart out on his sleeve.
Oh,
The
he
wound
does.
is where the light shines through. That's what my broke. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Now,
Can you see that?
yeah.
Yes.
It's a light shining through it, and that's what this lyric is. This song.
I got a heart too.
Aw.
But this is for my dad. When my dad passed away, I don't know. Okay, when my dad died, I did the heart with a mic because he used to do the news. So I did. Yeah. But that's something that worries me when my daughter start dating the oldest one, and I'm like, how I'm gonna deal when she find out that the boy that she likes don't like her, or she
Yeah.
getting into some relationship and it doesn't
Mhm.
work because we as an adult we figure the things out as we go. Something happen and we go through that, and how I can deal with my daughter, because let me tell you, I'm a mama bear,
Yeah.
and something's wrong with my kids, and I stop everything and deal with that. So
Yep.
I have been thinking how I do that with my daughter, and then I got other two more to deal with, and it's like so complicated sometimes, but
It's very complicated.
Yeah.
Let me
My
run
advice,
one by you.
how
Oh,
you really can't. You really can't. What I learned is because with my kids, and like they're all now, the youngest one is 20. It was very difficult because we went through the separation in 2014, and then the divorce wasn't until 2018. But they thought we were going to always be together, and it was almost hardest on the oldest ones. But as far as their love life goes, even when they were in high school and that happened, I had to try and stay out of it, which I wasn't good at, and I was, and that's why it was so hard. The empty nest for me, and then the divorce, and the kids having feelings about that, and they shouldn't take sides, but they feel like they try to take sides, and it, like, the girls tend to go with the daddy, daddy's side, You know, I had a friend that was about my age, and she got divorced before me, and the same sort of thing happened. She had 2 girls and 2 boys, and I had 3 girls and 2 boys, and the girl sided with the dad, and the boys sided with the mom. And but then eventually it all worked out, which is like the same sort of thing is happening with mine. They're you know, they're coming around, and they're understanding that, you know, okay, it's kind of sad mom and dad aren't together anymore. And but as far as the
as parents, that we're trying to give our kids what we didn't have, but focus on giving your kids what you did have.
Want to say that a little louder? Did you hear what you said?
No, I didn't hear.
Sometimes
wait, take the phone and talk closer because they can hear you.
Okay, just a thought for me, but sometimes as parents, we're focusing on trying to give our kids what we didn't have as children, and we should try to focus on giving our kids what we did have. Love and support and all this sort of stuff. Sometimes kids just have to make the mistakes on their own. We can't protect them from everything.
Yeah.
They have to learn a lot of the stuff on their own.
Yeah.
We can always be there as parents to love them, guide them, and make sure that they're going down the right path. But apart from that, they have to grow on their own as well.
Yeah, they do. You have to, you know, I've had to let go, and it was like the hardest thing I've ever done. My kids, and I mean, even my ex and my church, you know, my church betrayed me too. My church, my kids, my ex, my husband, that was my whole life. It wasn't healthy. It wasn't healthy. There was like, I didn't even know who the heck I was.
And you know what?
Like, take all that away. Like, who the heck am I? I don't know who the heck I am.
You know what? And that's really painful. I go through the same thing with church. And it's really painful because you think those are the people that are going to hold you, you know.
They were my family, because my family is, you know, my family is pretty dysfunctional, and now most of my family are gone, and I only have a brother and my sister left. So, and it's very hard.
It's very
but
hard,
I found that my friends are more support. My friends are my support system, and my friends are awesome. I was just you know, saying to Gladys last night, like, I am so thankful for you. Like, I have a place to go. Like, this is my haven. This is, you know, this is my home base. This is, you know, and I, you know, my RV is broken. My RV is leaking. You know, I thought the gas. It's not the gas, but but my roof is leaking, and I needed my oil changed. And you know, I'm in Denver, and I'm like, I don't know a mechanic here. I don't know who to call here to get my oil changed. You know, I was gonna get it changed in Denver, but you know, and I was like, I know the guy here that changed it before I left, so I'll just go back to Illinois and get my oil changed there.
Yeah, I want to get back to what Steve said. Steve, that is above and beyond the best thing as parents we can do.
Yeah.
You know, when I got divorced, I had no job, no nothing. You know.
Yeah, me too.
And so, you know, I'm trying to figure out how to raise this kid. And there was a lot of times, and it would hurt. I mean, it hurts when your kid would say, I want this. And you're saying, but honey, I can't.
I can't.
You know? And so I didn't want him to grow up with this, you know, false illusion that, you know, I want, I get, you know. And so I let him in on some things, you know, as far as finances go and stuff like that. I literally would go to the plasma center twice a week and give plasma. And I would go from there, and I go to when Walmart had layaway, and I would lay away stuff for his birthday. I would go to the plasma center, get my money, and I'd go pay on my layaway. You know. And then when that was done, I'd put away for Christmas, you know, and that's why I would do things. And, you know, it's like, you know, and I'm a single mom, and I'm like taking him through the store, and I'd let him pick out his Christmas stuff, you know, and everybody's like, how do you do that? I said, well, didn't you know Walmart has the Santa helper room? They're like, what? Yeah, so I told my son he could pick out what he wanted to give Santa an ideal and put it in this room. And if he was good all year, he would get everything. But if he was bad, Santa's gonna start taking stuff out of there. You know?
Yeah.
So when he would open things up, Mom, look, I was really good. I got this, you know. But it was really tough. But I had to explain to him, even as we get older, even to this day, if I would say, honey, I need to borrow $20, he's right there. You know, and there's been many a times. Matter of fact, me and him, my birthday is the 13th. His birthday is the 18th of August.
Nice.
We don't buy for each other. We spend time together.
Yeah.
Whether it's just going to the doctor together or just, you know, if we can afford it, we will go do something.
You know,
if it's just watching a movie,
the kids from
we spend that together.
The kids from this time round, they think that everything is about the stuff that you can give them. At least for our time, for
that's
my
what
time,
I went through.
For my time, is about spending time with others, spending time with other kids. That's what I were having so hard time over here because I don't got friends over here. You know, the little time that I got with other people for me is amazing. It's like, whoa, I got a Christmas in whatever time we are because I spend time with other people. I talk with other people. But the kids not right now. It's like, what you got? We got a phone, we got a PlayStation, we got this, we get that. And I'm like, no, that's.
And then you tell them.
Yeah,
Then you
that's
tell
what
them
my
this is
kids
what I
got
got.
caught up in.
Yeah.
All the stuff, and my ex didn't want me to work, and I had 5 kids, so I couldn't really. I mean, I was gonna tough it out anyways. I mean, our marriage was always rocky. I was gonna tough it out and stay with him anyways, but he didn't want me to work because he didn't want me to be able to be independent. And then, you know, he would buy them whatever they want, and then our youngest wasn't 18 yet when we split up, and she stayed in his house. I moved into our smaller house that we had been renting out, and she stayed in the big house because that's where she was going to high school. But you know, he had, you know, the more money, he could buy her things. I taught her to drive. I had a car because he had a truck, and he didn't teach her to drive.
Hi, Nancy.
I taught her to drive. Hey, Nancy. So I taught her to drive, and then he gets his mom to get a new car and gives her his mom's new car. And then when she learned how to drive, it's like she's got a debit card, daddy's got the money, daddy's got the big house, and it was just like,
That's why
later,
she's like,
Mom.
you know what? Stay with Papa, yeah.
Yeah.
See, with my
love.
my ex-husband, he made me out to be the bad guy, and he was the goody
exactly.
two-shoes because he had more money.
I just put that song on my Facebook. Yeah, I'm the bad guy. Well,
And
I
would work.
Fine. I'll be the bad
I would
guy.
work, but he would make me end up losing my job because he didn't want to stay home with the kids.
Wow.
He was out cheating on me the
Wow.
whole time we were married.
Yeah.
And it was like, why are you doing this? You got 2 kids, you got me. Well, why are you out screwing around?
Wow.
But that's what he did. And I said that, and he kept saying for 3 years that we're getting divorced. And I said, okay, go for it. Let's get it done and over with. The last time.
Oh, he made the divorce was my fault too. Like he didn't want it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They always do the thing.
But, you know, and then in the church, they're like, oh, you're getting the divorce. But it really should be, you should really look at if someone's divorcing someone else, there's a reason that person, they may not say it, but there's a reason that person wants to get a divorce.
Yeah.
And I would go ahead and say he's controlling, he's, you know, manipulative. He won't let me, you know, do what I want to do. He didn't want me to write. He wanted me to go back to school and get, you know, and I couldn't go back to school. I couldn't even take what I wanted to take. I was like, oh, maybe I want to be a teacher. No, they don't make enough money. You have to become a nurse. you know, all of that. And but it's the person. It's not the person. The church looks at it. You're getting a divorce. You're wrong. So you're the one that's bad.
Right. And then
it's the person that's saying, "Oh, I want her to stay."
Well, what was so
he was
nice
lying.
where I lived in Indiana, in Plainfield, Indiana, the church I went to, everybody was so supportive when I told them that he wants to divorce me because he's unhappy, because he didn't like anything I did or do or who I talked to or anything. So they supported me and said, well,
yeah,
he shouldn't do the things he does. I said, well, he cheated on me since we got married.
Wow.
And it was like,
and mine would cheat. He would go out of town. So I wouldn't know. He's very sneaky.
Well, he would go after he got out of the military. He was driving a truck, and I could never know where he's at. So he was out screwing around with women. Wow. And I had women calling my house saying, "Is he home?" And I'm like, "No, he's not here." "Oh, you must be his friend's girlfriend." I said, "No, I'm his wife." And they would say, "He's what?" They didn't know he was married.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
you know what this is?
What? I know. I'm
taking a detour. Different subject. Because it's real easy to get into man bashing like this. So let's
well,
not man bashing.
Since my divorce, I've been happy.
I'm not man bashing.
I'm not.
I'm not man bashing.
No, I'm
it's
just
not
saying
man bashing.
It's easy to get into that.
Yeah, but we're not.
But the thing is,
that, Angie.
Since we've been divorced, I'm a lot happy. I got my kids. And
I am so happy. I've never been so happy in all my life, except I was happy raising my kids. It was a fun time. It was a good time.
I'll tell you the truth. You know, I told my husband that's one reason I was going to divorce him, so that he would have to spend more time with his son. Wow. You know, because he was a workaholic, you know.
Yeah.
And so I'd say, okay, now this is your weekend. You got to pick him up by this time.
Yeah.
And, you know, and have him back by this time. Mm-hmm. Well, okay, I say pick him up at 10 o'clock that morning. Well, noon would roll around or 1 o'clock would roll around and he'd call, "I just got out of bed. I worked last night." And hey, don't tell your son that is sitting on the porch watching for you.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You know, because you said, you know.
I'm in there.
And so even to this day, my son would tell us that was part of that one of the best reasons the best things I've done was divorcing, because he did get to spend time with his dad then. You know, he saw more of his dad after the divorce than he did while we were still married. Mm-hmm. You know,
I can't say that.
And I hate to admit it that it's sad that, you know, it came to that, but I mean, there was other reasons too, but you know, so it actually made him a better dad.
Uh-huh.
You know.
Because he had no choice to step up. He had no choice to step up.
Exactly.
Yeah, but my ex didn't. He calls him when he feels like it. But every time it was time for him to take him for visitation, he would make excuses that he was working or out of town. And it was like,
I got that with two of my kids, and I say, I'm gonna go through this one time.
Mm-hmm.
Second time, I'm not gonna. And since that day, he disappeared from my kids.
Oh yeah.
My son is 15 right now. He's been 15 years. He haven't seen his father.
God, it's all fruit.
Because the thing is, you know, it's like, okay, but you take them away from the father, but I'm not gonna put them through that. You know, it's painful for them.
Not going to put them somewhere that they're not wanted.
No, I'm not. It's painful for them.
It's a tough thing. It's a tough thing.
No, and I'm not. I cannot. Why I have to put my kids to something that the other parent doesn't want? You know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So they feel like the other party doesn't want them. No, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, and it's like my son, he's like 26 now, And I still see, I'm still raising a child of a divorced family because he's still, he stayed with mom because now that Papa's gone, Mama needs somebody to look after her.
And I'm gonna say I'm gonna say something, and I'm not want to go into this too much, but that's why people say, "Oh, we are pro-life, and you have to get that baby and have that baby." But why you bringing a life into this world that you don't want?
Yep.
That you're not gonna put through suffering.
Thank you.
Big
Yep.
How
responsibility.
the other day I was listening to this whole thing, and don't get me wrong, I've been raised at church, my whole life, but I cannot, how many kids are in foster homes and
A lot.
foster going through psychological abuse, all kind of abuse, and you tell me that you want to put more kids through that.
Yeah.
And then so others say, "Oh, but you have to have the baby. So you're gonna get the money and get your one kid through that from that foster care outside there, and get it to your house and raise it, have your own kid." There's not people a lot in this world that can do that thing,
That's correct.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm like, that's why I love life. We are women that bring life to this world. We got kids and everything, but we have to be reasonable sometimes. If you cannot handle the kids, don't bring the kid. Do whatever. The other day I was talking to my daughter about this. I'm like, we are going to the road, and she's staying here in the house. And for me, it's a big thing for me. And she's my baby girl. She is my first. I got her.
How old is she?
She's 19, and I got her when I was 17. And I learned a lot with her, But the other day I was picking her at work, and I'm saying, "I know you're staying alone over here," and she is dating right now a nice boy. He's been coming to the house and everything, and it's something that I told her I cannot put a stop for stuff that's gonna happen while I'm not here. Okay, but I start talking to her like, "Listen to this. See our story. See your story with your dad. Okay, and open your pretty little eyes and see what's gonna because these kids right now doesn't look at the future. They don't. They see right now, but they don't.
Susan.
Hi, Susan. They don't see the future. They don't see what is going to happen after. After it, they have a relationship, they have sex, and whoop, it's a baby coming to this life. So I was telling her
gratification situations.
I was telling her, and she was so blush and everything. But if I want this to stop, or I want her to don't make other people mistake or my mistake. My kids are not mistake, but I could wait, a little bit longer. And she's already 19, so she already is more older than me when I got her. So I was like, you have to think about it. You have to
Maybe
think
we
about
already
it.
introduced your 19-year-old to my 26-year-old. Let's do some, matchmaking here. No,
She already has a boyfriend though.
Yeah, she's talking with a boy, and he's nice guy and everything. He have a work, and like I say, I'm Mama Bear. I already went into the everything and see what is who doing and how is he's capable of do, how he treat her. They already went to the movie theater one time alone and everything. But I'm like, we have, as a parent, we have to open their eyes of our kids, and but people are so like,
you have to eventually paint the picture that it's not a perfect world.
Exactly.
There's a lot of bed of roses out there, right? Oh, I've got the perfect story for that one. My son, let me tell you this one. This is one time Mama Bear about ate up the community, okay?
Okay.
My son had this girl at school he had a crush on, and blah, blah, blah. And he wasn't even driving then. So So he wanted her to come up and spend the day. So we get to know her. I'm like, well, okay. Well, we were doing something at the house. So Mom says, I will go pick her up, and I'm like, okay, which is probably a good thing that she did that. So they get to the house and, we're all talking and stuff. And looking back, I noticed now, but she was talking about she didn't feel good. Her stomach hurt, and I'm thinking, why did you even come up here then? If you're, if you got a stomach flu or something other, we don't want to,
Mm-hmm.
Well, first thing Mom does is call me to the back room.
Oh.
That only means two things in our house. You're either in trouble or something major is going on. The little girl was pregnant.
You say pray?
By a guy in jail for molesting her little sister.
Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. And I'm like, oh my gosh, so now how are you going to take, how are you going to deal with this?
Uh-huh.
You don't want to be mean to her,
Mm-hmm.
but you also don't want your son to be the sugar daddy, And so I'm like, I told Mom, I said, get her out of this house. And she said, I can't. Her parents went fishing. They're not expecting her back till 6:00 this evening.
Wow.
I'm like, do what? Yeah, they just dropped her off and took off. And, come to find out, of course, my son, she gives my son this thing, that, everybody has turned their back on her and blah, blah, blah. And him being the sweetheart he is, oh, don't worry. I'll never hurt you. I won't leave you. You don't have to go through this alone, and all this stuff. And I'm thinking, kid, you're like 16, you know? And he had wanted to go into the military and all this stuff. So we had to have this whole big discussion about what that would entail. She had already asked him to be in the delivery room.
Wow.
I'm like, wait, what? I can understand and take some responsibility if it was your child.
Mm-hmm.
It's not your child. And yeah, it actually came out of the girl's mouth. Her parents thought that Josh would be a good father and a good husband. And I'm like,
What?
hello? They're just trying to me, and I'm a pretty good read of people.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, sometimes it gets me in trouble.
Okay.
And I'm like, I just got this feeling that they are pushing her off on him, thinking that we had money because Rick worked in an oil and gas field and all this stuff, and wanting somebody to take care of her, know. And I told my son, I'm trying to be nice. And he's like, Mom, but I don't want to hurt her feelings. I said, well, you got two choices. Either you hurt her feelings or I'm going to. He's like, but Mommy, you won't be nice about it.
No.
I said, no, I won't.
No.
Because this is not a game.
Exactly.
This is talking about your whole future.
Exactly.
And oh yeah, they had it. She had it planned. She was going to list him as the father.
What?
And all of yes, honey. They were going to be a family. Whoa. And all this stuff. So this one time, Mama Bear had to jump in.
Yeah.
And take control of that one, And I'm like, I hated to do it, but that is like one thing you can't let them fall on their own and pick up the pieces afterwards.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, my middle daughter got married. When we were separated. She got married. She's in the military. The military rewards them. I don't like it. The military gives them better housing, gives them, everything when they get married. But like, why would you? It was so hard. I was like, why? No, don't do this. Don't get married at 19. I got married at 19 and I got pregnant right away. And that, all of my kids are though from one man. People often ask that. Are those all from, are all those kids from the same man? Yes, they're all from one man. And you know, I was a super goody, so I hadn't even been. I was with him when I was 17, and then we got married when I was 19. My mom got married when she was 19, but she didn't think I should get married at 19.
Yeah.
And I was going to say, you know, I now agree with what my mom said to me when I was, you know, your daughter's age and dating, and what she said to my sister is like, okay, you know, I think that maybe you should wait, but if you're not going to wait, here's, you know, the pill, or you can get this, you have my permission, this is what you, this I agree with my mom now.
I told my daughter, hey, okay, it's inevitable that they're gonna go through that, you know. And I told my daughter, if you gonna have sex, you need a hat, okay?
Use
Without
protection.
the hat, you don't get the party, you know. And she started blushing and everything. But we have to talk. We have to talk to our kids like that.
Exactly. I agree with my mom now. I went way, and I didn't, you know, I feel badly for not having informed my kids. And then my daughter, my oldest daughter too, was waiting. I mean, she's, you know, she's 34 now though, and she's with someone, but I think that who her boyfriend now that who she's had for, like, that was like the first, you know, so, and they are getting married, but I feel like I misinformed, like the purity culture, and like there's this channel I follow called God is Gray, and she talks about it and stuff. You know, it's just not realistic to be like telling the kid, you know, wait until, like, nobody gets me. I just have a totally different view of it now. And I also think, like, once they're, you know, it's even hard when they're in high school, but you have to back off a little bit. You have to let them decide. And my son went through a thing, and I was fine with it. And I was proud of him too, because a girl, he went to a school in Peach County that's predominantly African American. But it's country too, and it's the South. And a friend of his, a black girl, was going to go to the prom with her, the guy she was seeing, and his family was upset. Her father, I mean, his father in particular, didn't want him to go to the prom with a black girl, and my son stepped in and took her to the prom, and I was proud of him. And then they started going out though, and my husband didn't like it. Wow.
Right now, I don't care about black or white or whatever. I don't care about that. I just told my daughter, my kids in part, you know, I got teenagers already. I got another one. She's 14, and she already started, mommy, I like this, I like that, blah 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 blah. And I don't care about black or white. He's from Alaska. He can be from Alaska, or he can be from Mexico. I don't care. I care about you, that you are okay, that he's treating you well, and that you are open. You are okay, and that you are gonna be stable. That's what I told my other daughter. I'm like, you need to put in perspective all things. You know, if you going to date someone, that he is a work guy, that he is a boy that treats everybody else well, you know. Because don't tell me that he's treat everyone like crap and he's gonna come to you treating you well. That's not gonna happen, you know. Because what happened when you get into a relationship with him, a formal relationship, and he's gonna treat you like that after he get your love and everything in your heart? No. There's so many things.
See, like Hope Bus has over here, you know, one thing that she's realized is every single soul has a path, and we're only here to guide and give love. Because we all have a lesson to learn. And that is true.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
know? And it doesn't matter. I told my son, and you know, when you know, we were talking about dating and, you know, and all this stuff, and I said, son, when you were dating, one thing you got to remember, when it comes to sex is just not an action. You know, for women, it seems like anymore. when I was growing up, it is an emotional action as well as a physical action, you know? And when you're going to connect with them physically, you better be ready to connect with them emotionally too.
Exactly.
You know, and that when you think of it that way, you know, you're starting to think a little more in depth of a relationship, not just an act, you know.
Exactly.
And I told my son, I said, one thing I will tell you, treat the girl that you're with as her dad would treat her. Okay? If she's a good girl, I mean, you know, how you think a dad should treat her.
Not
Treat her
everybody's
with the utmost respect.
Yeah, how you think your dad should treat her. That's
Yeah.
better.
Not
everybody's dad.
As a dad, how you would want, as a dad, how you would want somebody to treat your daughter.
Yeah.
You know, with the utmost respect and, you know, and all this stuff. And he come home one day, he said, Mom, he said, girls don't want to be treated like that. I said, then that's not the type of girls you need to be dating.
Exactly.
That is true.
You know? And that's what they got to realize, that a relationship is not just a physical connection. It is a mental connection.
It's like
an emotional connection.
It's like I told my daughter how, this is what I've been finding out through my years, you know, how you can have a relationship with somebody you cannot talk, or you cannot go into movies, or you cannot enjoy going to a restaurant and eat. You know, I told my daughter, we get old, okay? And sooner enough, the sex is going to be gone of our lives. So if you base your relationship with sex, only sex, you're not going to have nothing. Because then when you don't got the sex, how you going to enjoy a meal with your partner? How you going to enjoy a movie with your partner? You didn't enjoy that when you have the sex, you know. It's like two things. For me, it's like have to be like hand by hand, you know.
It all has to go hand in hand.
Exactly. When you're young, enjoy the sex. Enjoy it. That's not bad at all. But make you two enjoy a really nice dinner, a really nice movie date, a something that doesn't is not related with sex, you know, because the kids now thinks everything is sex. No, it's not. You need to enjoy other things too, you know. That's what I like with my relationship with Travis. You know, we got so many things that we enjoy that some days I'm like, we haven't gone like how far without it. Oh, it's okay, but we still laughing and we still going in adventures and we still enjoy those parts, you know. But the kids right now doesn't think about that, and that is hard, you know. For me, it's like sad, because then at the end you doesn't have the sex. What's gonna happen with your relationship, you know?
True.
Are you gonna divorce because you don't got the sex, you know?
That's true. You know, see, that's what everybody's talking about. You know, like Naj says, her husband's parents were married for 60 years until her mother-in-law passed away. You know, and I saw more in here like that. My parents were married for, see, Dad's been gone. Oh my gosh, he's been gone almost 4 years now. Doesn't seem like it's been that long. I'm trying to think because I got to add it up because I was born 2 years later.
So many years.
But anyway, yeah, they were born. They were together over, I think she said 53 years, almost 54 years when he passed away. Wow. I never seen them argue. Never seen them argue.
Wow.
Some people
They probably didn't argue in front of you.
Yeah,
that's a mistake me and my ex did.
Away.
We argued in front of the kids, and
of the kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's what I asked my mom, you know. And I said, because I won't argue. I would never argue in front of Josh either because I never saw my parents argue.
Mm-hmm.
And Mom looked at me and she said, Angie, we never argued. You know, I'm like, well, didn't you have differences? Well, she said, well, yeah. She said, but we would talk it through. but they never argued, you know. And it all came down to she would try to do what made him happy. He would try to do what made her happy. They put each other first.
Yes.
So they would never argue about, anything. It was I always laughed so hard because, I always said, Dad says he wants, Mom says, okay, we get,
Yeah.
And that as a kid growing up, that's what I saw, But as we got older, I'd say Mom, I'd watch Mom, especially like with his last big purchase was that Can-Am 3-wheel motorcycle. He wanted from the time they came out, okay? And she's like, well, okay, if we pay the truck off, then, we can do this and then we'll do this and then, yeah, we'll have the money to do it. And I'm like, what? She took care of the finances and she would work it out to where he would go get it. But he was the type to always ask her first, can we swing this? As bad as he wanted it, he wouldn't just go out and get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They work together on things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I tease my mom. I asked her, I said, is your name Paul? Because everybody's, stealing from Peter. Peter. I asked
Borrowed from Peter to pay back Paul.
Stealing,
My mom used to always say that.
So, because every time, they needed something, it was there, She got a double wide trailer when they set in their place up in Florida. She got a double wide trailer and paid it off in 2 years.
Wow.
She'll get a car financed for 4 or 6 years, pay it off in like two years or something. She always pays everything off early.
That's a smart thing to do.
Right.
Like she's like, I don't go out and eat. I don't do this, I don't do that. So she'll double pay on something, and get it paid off. And then, and I'm like, cool. Why ain't that a gene that I inherited,
So, Angie, now changing the subject. Next Thursday, who gonna host the girls chat? You?
I can do it.
Okay.
I don't. Hang on. Let me go check my schedule because I know I got a doctor's appointment on one day and I'm not sure when it is. So
Okay.
hang on. Let me go check something.
If she can, I'll do it.
Okay. And
But
if
like
you
I
do-
said, I'm not having any men up on the panel. No offense, men. I'm not a men hater. I'm not a man basher. I like
that is
men.
your turn.
I'm not gay. Sometimes people think I'm gay. I like men. But this is girl time.
You know what? Now that you say that, some people think that because we are like kind of our haircut is kind of similar, right? And all people think like, are you?
Yeah, that's why a lot of people think because my hair is short too.
Right. I'm not, no, we love guys,
Like,
but the
what
thing
the
is,
heck?
this is our moment, Yeah. So that's what I told V the other day. Well, like it's not every day can somebody else, because we got our channels, going on.
Yeah.
Everybody can like host one day, the next week or the next week. That's yeah.
There's a puppy. It's a puppy.
No, look. Travis said, "Not even me, not even you, my love. I love you, but no."
Well, I don't know if he's got a wig and a dress on.
A what?
A wig and a dress.
No, Angie, no. No, Angie, no.
No, because he'll do it. He would do it.
Yes. Oh, look at the puppy there.
Looky there.
Yeah.
There's Grandma Red. Looky there.
I'll drop the link to my channel. I'm very open on my channel. So let's talk.
I mean,
I forgot Hope Bus's first name. I forgot her name.
Who?
Hope Bus made the comment about my story. It's my story's all over the place. I'm an open book.
I love your story. Yeah, we read. I can I can relate to you, Red, because you got so many things that's similar to me, especially when you talk about church. I don't talk about much of religious and nothing, but
Vicky. Oh,
um
bus's name was Vicky.
when it's
Okay.
when I hear you talking about the church, I'm like, she go through kind of similar things that I did, with the church.
I ended up getting, because of the people in the town were connected and didn't like me, I ended up getting kicked out of 3 Baptist churches, y'all.
Well,
3.
Wow.
That sounds horrible, doesn't it? But it's not. But
Bring me half out.
there's that horrible Jezebel spirit.
Nash said my 30th wedding at university was Tuesday. Congratulations, Nash.
Oh, 30.
But one thing,
Congratulations.
these churches that kicked you out, it's not their job to do that because it's not their job to judge you.
I got kicked out of a recovery group. They said because someone lied. Someone lied and said I repeated something outside of the recovery group.
Yeah, people are like that. That's what
Yeah,
gets me. And then they don't apologize for what they
No.
done.
No, they don't.
Yeah, and then what happened with when I got kicked out of the other church? It was crazy because it was this guy, and oh my goodness, the things this pastor did.
Yeah.
Right. He got kicked out of the big church, right? And I went to this other recovery group. They didn't say at the big church what this guy did, and which was ridiculous because they should have. They should have warned people. Like the choir director got caught with pot, right? The pastor announces that to the whole church. There was this older lady. She was so wise. I loved her. Her name was Fran. She was like hilarious, and you could hear her like laughing in the whole. And it was a big church, you could hear her laughing through the whole church at the pastor's jokes. She was a sweet, a sweet, wise old lady, and she was like, that was wrong for him to do that to the choir director. So this guy just gets caught with pot. And he announces it to the whole church, but this bad pastor goes and starts pastoring another church. And I didn't know what he did. I didn't think he did anything wrong. And he was the recovery group, right? Yeah. And so then I'm going to that recovery group because there was a woman, there was this woman that just hated me at the big church. And that's how I got kicked out of there. But anyways, I went to the other one, and then I just said something like, oh, I found out what you did. That's why he was like, oh my gosh, we have to get you out of here. So
wow.
Now I'm losing internet.
Did you find out?
The devil doesn't want me to talk about it.
Yes, I'm good. I can do it.
Okay, so Angie's gonna do next Thursday, and then Red's the next Thursday is yours. I don't know the dates.
I'll figure out what that is. Then let me get. I got my calendar right here.
I'm gonna tell you now. Okay, next Thursday is the 29th. Oh, I'm gonna be one day away from going to the road. Okay, so the 29th is Angie, and the 5th is Red.
Okay. Same time. Okay.
Yeah, same time.
Different place. Okay, cool.
Yes.
So I think after us now at 7 is going Charlie Grace, right?
I think Charlie Grace does go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see what's in my notifications here.
Because I don't know how to drop the link. So
yes,
knows how to drop the link.
I can
drop their link.
I will. I can do that too.
It's Yappy Hour, y'all.
Yappy Hour. Yeah, Yappy Hour to Charlie Grace.
Yes.
Hey, Charlie Grace, we send you people over there.
It's in 26 minutes. Blue just came in here. Hey, Blue. Okay, let me drop this. Are we going to go for 26 more minutes? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to go soon. But, yeah.
Have you ever been to churches that made you feel uncomfortable?
Oh yeah, lots of them.
I've been to lots of those, and then I find one that I feel comfortable at because people in there they look at you like you don't belong here. Because I don't dress up because all my stuff is packed away in storage, and it was like I just wore like nice stretchy pants and a nice long blouse, and people think that you're underdressed. You shouldn't be here.
You're talking about church going undressed?
Yes.
Okay. But the thing is, you
Yes,
know what?
Nicole, I've seen that.
Let me tell you something about church. People go to church to have a with God, relationship with
Yeah.
God. That's what I don't like from church. You cannot judge others for the way to dress or the way to do their hair. No,
Oh
they
yeah.
are going to church to have a relationship with God, not with you,
Mm-hmm.
not with the people around. I can
Mm-hmm.
care less about the people around. I'm going to,
Well,
and that's why right now I'm like, I've been in church. I've been, like I said before, I've been raised in church, but right now I feel like so comfortable having my relationship straight with Him,
yep.
and it is hard for me,
Yeah.
because I used to be in church. I used to be and do all kind of stuff around church. And after seeing all the people like giving the back to you, after you did this or you changed that, and they look at you like you are less now, because you did that.
Yeah.
No, I don't feel less. I have my relationship with God, and that's it. That's
Mm-hmm.
what all I care. You know.
I know this might sound
Yeah,
strange,
your relationship should be a personal relationship between you and
yep.
God. You know, we
I know this
we can
might.
lean on each other, but
Yep.
it's between us and God.
Yes.
Yep.
It always has. This might sound strange, but people think I'm strange as it is, so it don't bother me anymore.
Change is good.
Yeah.
Well, I could see spirits and auras and things like that. I was told I got a third eye, and I can see people behind people that has passed away, and like they're watching over them. And I was telling a friend of mine about it. He thought I was nuts. And I said, I wish I was, but I'm not. Not yet. At least I hope. But I could see people behind y'all that's watching over you, like a guardian angel. Because I see shadows in the back. And it's like someone that you know, that like a relative that looks like a little bit like you, or that you know. And when I explain that to some people, they look at me like, are you high, or is there something wrong with you? Are you crazy, or do we need to take you to the doctor? And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. So I don't hardly talk about it anymore because people look at me like I'm crazy.
It depends on what church you're in. And
Exactly.
to me, the stuff in the Pentecostal church is kind of like the, reading your aura and all that, only they don't call it that. And then like in the Baptist church, they think the Pentecostals are evil and, demon possessed, and they don't speak in tongues in the Baptist church. And it's just, I know like all of it. I was all involved in all. I've probably been into every church in Warner Robins, Georgia. I probably have.
I've been to some churches where they sing like crazy. I call them holy roller churches. And I've been to some of
That's
those.
me.
I've been.
My church is better than your church. I really
hate to
love
say it, but my
Charlie
church,
Grace.
probably kicked me out.
You know what?
My favorite
Vince had a
church
question
is
for
the
you,
whole
Yanai.
world.
My church here is me, him. When I can do a good for somebody else, I do the good for somebody else without telling nobody. I did it, and that's it. And trying to teach my kid there is somebody else above us that we can relay, and they're not gonna leave us alone, and live my life as simple as I possibly I can be. You know, I can do.
Yeah.
Um,
Love.
love
That's the end.
everyone.
That's the end of all.
Yeah, love everyone
Love
because
everyone.
we are in a position right now that people are so putting attention to. Are you black? Are you Hispanic? Are you this? Are you that? You don't have to see that things. It doesn't matter. You love whoever, and that's it. You know, love it, and that's it.
But the thing is, everybody's the same, no matter what nationality, color, whatever. You all bleed the same blood.
Yes.
Same color. So that's what I don't get. Is why are people judging other people when it's not their place to do it?
Nancy wants to say something, y'all.
Yanai.
Yes.
Yeah. Lance has a question.
Yeah.
We are monetized.
We are not monetized yet. We are still working on ours. So hopefully it happens soon. My girls.
I didn't know that.
No, we are not monetized yet. We're still working on our hours.
Yeah.
I think it's time to go.
Playing you all at night.
Oh, nice ball.
My squishy ball. This is my stress reliever.
I'm still working on subs. I'll eventually get there, but so I'm gonna start working on you all's hours. Start running your all's playlist.
Yeah, we got a playlist.
If anybody gets a chance, run Dream on Wheelz' playlist and go. If you haven't connected with them, Amy, hello.
Hi, Amy.
Oh my gosh.
Hi, Amy.
So, girls,
go subscribe. Oh, sorry.
No. Keep saying.
Go subscribe to Dream on Wheelz, and we got Redheaded Riding Hood.
We got Angie Hay.
He'll be your supporter, or do you have a channel?
I'm a supporter because I don't know how to do all this stuff.
I don't know how to do a lot of stuff either. I'm having to learn how to edit.
Together, I'll teach you.
I'm still learning my phone.
Like I said,
okay,
without our supporters like that, then we are in trouble. We need supporters.
Yes.
I would rather call them supporters. To me, sounds so. I don't know. These right here, they're our cheerleaders. You know.
Yeah.
They're the ones that come to our channels, usually anytime, day or night.
Yes.
They're always there, giving us a helping hand. Doing what they can. That is our cheerleaders.
Yeah.
You know? So that's what I call them on my channels. My cheerleaders. And yeah.
So, I guess
Charlie Grace started.
Yeah. I guess it is time to
early.
Say bye.
I think she started early. Was that 26 minutes? That didn't seem like it.
Right.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Right.
Yep.
All right, guys.
Love you all. See you next time.
Love you.
Love you. Let's jump over to Charlie Grace's.
Yes.
I don't have this
Forever.
Charlie Grace.
Forever best friend.
The link's in
and we'll
thing.
give them a rate, and we'll see you all over there.
Okay. Bye.
Okay. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.